1988, Bobby McFerrin recorded and released a song called Don't Worry, Be Happy. I offer this as an example of a song that after you finish listening to this, you should search out on YouTube or other media and have a listen to it. It's a great little melody and great words that I think everyone should have in their heads at all times. I'm not saying you should ignore problems of life, but always look on the positive aspects. If you owe the taxman money, don't ignore it. You should find a way of making your payments. But for instance, if you leave the house and it's raining, be happy. We need rain. If it's sunny, well, we need sunshine. Because how we view life and happiness impacts so many things in our daily life. We've all seen those long, sad faces. They make us all sad. Of course, not everyone wakes up feeling great about life. But there's one phenomenon known as fake it until you make it. That means going to the mirror, looking at it, and give a big smile. I'm not a doctor to know the names of all the different chemicals and the reactions that it has in your body, but it does have a real impact on life. Just that simple act of smiling. Perhaps then you could think of your favourite joke. If anyone were to see you, they might also get a laugh at you cracking up in front of the mirror, but don't worry about that. If it makes people happy, it's all for the good. A friend of mine that I knew a long time ago, every time he was asked how life was, he'd always say, life is good. And I asked him about this philosophy and why he always said that. He said, well, my friends are always happy when I'm happy, and it annoys my enemies to know that I'm happy. And it's also a good philosophy of making people around you happy. Telemarketers will tell you also that before you make a call, smile. Just try it for a little experiment, but people can really tell at the other end of the line if you're smiling or not, if you're happy, and it makes a great difference on conducting business. Another little story that I picked up that concerns what someone called the worry tree. This was when you get home at night to your family. Before you go into the house, put all your worries either into a real or imaginary bag, hang it on the tree outside the house. Don't take them into the house. But when you get out in the morning, magically they've all disappeared. Employers also often will tell you that you shouldn't be bringing your family problems into work. And so you can apply the same little mechanism of leaving the worries outside the workplace, being happy, getting on with your co-workers, and it really is infectious. Various experiments have been carried out in hospitals, and doctors will tell you that happy people recover much quicker than the unhappy. Some hospitals have gone as far as bringing clowns and other entertainers into the wards. It also cheers people up. Also part of the fake it until you make it philosophy. Not always easy, but think about it And as I said at the beginning of this video, search out some happy music. Doesn't have to be "Don't Worry, Be Happy," but something that makes you happy, something that you can always fall back on when things aren't apparently going so good. And look at the good things in life, be happy about it, get them into perspective. That way you don't have to go through life being a big grump and making other people unhappy in the process. Because when you think about it for a while, no one likes being around unhappy people. That way, also, through happiness, you can find a way to work through these other potentially troubling issues. Because when people are really down in the dumps, they aren't always thinking correctly, they aren't thinking how to get out of these problems. So let's all have the true happiness, and don't worry, be happy.